The next question that we have is it permissible to hang ayahs of the Quran on the wall? Hanging plaques and clothes containing ayahs of the Quran in homes, schools and social clubs and places of businesses involves a number of reservations and prohibitions according to Islam, such as the following. In most cases, hanging such things on wall is done for the purposes of decoration and adornment, as the ayahs etc. are written in calligraphy and colorful brocade. This is an inappropriate use of Quran, as it was revealed to guide people and to be read regularly. The Quran was not revealed to decorate walls but to guide mankind. Second, some people hang up such things for blessings, which is a form of bidah. The blessing, as described in Islam, comes from reading or reciting the Quran, not from hanging it up or placing it over shelves or turning it on into artwork and three-dimensional images. Third, this is contrary to the practice of Prophet ﷺ and rightly guided Khulafa, may Allah be pleased with them, who never did such a thing. The best way is to follow them, not to introduce bidah. History tells us that in places such as Andalusia, Turkey, etc., the adornment of houses and mosques with ornate carving of ayahs only happened at the times when the Muslims were weak and humiliated. Fourth, hanging up such pictures or plaques could lead to shirk, because some people think that these things are amulets that will protect the house and its people from evil and diseases. This is shirk and it is haram, because the one who really offers protection is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and one of the means of gaining his protection is sincere recitation of Quran and du'as taught in the Quran and Sunnah. Fifth, there is a risk that the Quran may be used in such cases as a means of promoting one's businesses or increasing one's earnings. The Quran should be protected from being used for such purposes. It is well known that the production and the sale of these pictures and plaques involves a great deal of extravagance and wasting money. Sixth, many of these plaques are painted with real gold, which makes using them and hanging them even more haram. Seven, many of these plaques involves a kind of carelessness, because the letters are twisted into complex designs that are of no benefit to anyone. Sometimes words are fashioned into the shape of a bird or a man prostrating, and similar forbidden pictures of animate beings. 8. Ayahs and surahs of the Quran are exposed to misuse and abuse by the picture. For example, when moving house, they are piled up with the rest of the furniture and belongings, and other objects may be placed on top of them. This also happens when they are taken down so that the wall may be painted or cleaned. 9th, some Muslims whose observance of Islam is lacking put these pictures and plaques so that they can feel that they are doing something religious, in order to reduce their feelings of guilt, in spite of the fact that this practice does not help them in any way. And all in all, we must close the doors of evil and follow the leaders of guidance of the early centuries of Islam, who are Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his Sahaba Ikram radiyallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. The Prophet ﷺ testified were the best of the Muslims in faith and practice. If someone were to say, we are not going to abuse it or make it a decoration or exaggerate about it, we only want to remind people about the religion in our gatherings, our response would be, if we look at real life, we will find that this is what actually happens. Do people really remember Allah? Do even they read the ayahs when they raise their heads? What really happens is the opposite. People go against the words hanging over their heads. They still tell lies, engage in gossip, make fun of others, and do and say evil things. Even if we assume that there are some who do benefit from these plaques, etc., the fact is that they are very few, and this does not change the hukum, Islamic ruling on the matter. The Muslims must turn to the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, read it and recite it and act accordance with it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the Quran a light of guidance for us and means of removing our grief and anxiety. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakallah khair.